Hey everyone, welcome to Flowers Between Friends here at LenBuschRoses. I'm Georgia Edgington, lead designer, and my counterpart over here,
Kristin Thomas, marketing coordinator here at LenBusch, and we are, well, it's spring.
It's spring. It's raining out, and I don't care. I don't mind a good rainstorm in the spring because I know that it's replenishing the earth and getting ready to
greening things up and bringing some flowers outside.
Pop up gorgeous flowers, and exactly.
Yeah,
but
agreed.
They're not quite ready to pop through the soil yet.
No.
So
this is what we do. We
get
get
bright
color in our
bloomers.
homes.
Yes, indoor bright bloomers, and we have them here at LenBuschRoses, right?
It's just appropriate for this time of year, that spring, and then like leading into Easter. I feel
Yes.
like probably indoor blooming plants, this is the season for them, right?
But they're not always the easiest to care for. Sometimes people go, what do I do? Or it didn't last that long, or so.
Water the heck out of them.
We are here today to tell you what to do and what not to do. Just a couple quick little things.
Sorry.
What happened? So we want to just give you a couple tips and tricks to keeping them alive and helping them last longer for you. And so you as the store owner can go ahead and really just share a couple of those things with your customers when they come in, because really it's about longevity. And we want to have them looking beautiful
as long as
in
possible.
Our store as long as we can.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Right.
I can start. Start with, I guess Cyclamen is the first one I looked at. So Cyclamen are really popular kind of coming into winter, Christmas time.
Yep.
And then into this early spring, still really appropriate. And then they're kind of done until next year again. So
but they've got great color.
They do have great color.
So they're beautiful this time of year.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Okay.
I love Cyclamen. It's actually one of my favorites. Now they do prefer a cooler home, which might be why mine don't last as long, but if they can be like 68 degrees in your home or a little cooler than that, they're extra happy.
Which is interesting because really their big time is really between Christmas and kind of Valentine's into the early spring, and that's when we've got our houses here in the Midwest.
I know, cranked up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Although I keep mine at 72, so I guess we're not that far off. But if you can have a cooler part of your home, they're happy with that.
What about watering? What
watering is probably, honestly, you guys, this is what you're doing wrong if you are killing your Cyclamen. So they actually have a bulbous kind of thing right in the middle, and if you're watering like with a watering can right into the plant itself, you are gonna rot the darn thing. Yeah. They do not like water on their leaves. They do not like water on their flowers. And they don't like water kind of where all the stems are coming from in here. Yeah. So they're all kind of coming from one spot there.
So they don't like water pooling. So they kind of want it to be draining through.
Yep. So they're kind of suggesting, really my way of doing is I take a bowl in my sink. I set it in there for an hour or so, just let it drink. And then I pull it out, let it drain, and I'm good to go. This is a very heavy plant right now, which I know by weight, it does not need to be watered for a while. So you can probably easily go 3 to 5 days at least
without any watering. Got it.
And it'll start to tell you, I'm thirsty. The flowers will get to droop a little bit.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
So
well, that's great to know.
And last thing, this is something that I did not know about, and I'm going to say this quick because we're trying to move through all these. When it's done blooming, if you're like, I'm in love with my Cyclamen, I'm going to try to get it to bloom again, you actually have to let it go in through dormancy and let all of the leaves die.
Really?
And once you do that, you get to put it in a cold room, cool, dark room, and almost let it go to sleep for a while, like
kind of like
hibernation.
A poinsettia.
Yes.
I didn't know that about Cyclamen.
I mean, part of me wants to almost try it, but other parts like, just get a new one next year.
That is a little easier in our world, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure, it is. Just get a new one from your florist. Okay, do you want to go back and forth, or do you want me to do both mine?
Sure. I'll talk about begonias. How about that?
Or
do you want to talk about begonia?
You got begonias in your pile.
I got begonia in my, okay, so begonias. I'll talk about begonias. So begonias are kind of the same way. They like the water to run through. They like indirect light, but they like bright light. Do not put a begonia directly into the sun. These are great for summer planters. They'll last wonderful, but again, make sure it's not in that bright light. So
it'll burn. Burn.
Yep, they will burn. Absolutely burn, and your leaves will turn brown. You'll just lose it. But again, they like to be watered from down here, kind of against the. And I can't pull him out right now,
here
Sarah.
You go. But you want this?
Yeah, down against the soil. Not on the leaves, not on the blooms. And as the blooms start to dry up, you can go ahead and you can pinch those right down. You can kind of pinch, they're so pretty. Pinch them right down to the stem, actually, when they start to turn brown. But if you're giving them enough water, and not letting them sit in the water, letting it run through and getting bright and direct light. These will last. I've had begonias last in my house a couple of months.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we were just saying 4 to 6, if you can get 4 to 6 weeks
Right.
out of an indoor blooming plant,
And
you're
that,
doing great.
So that gets us right to that springtime, that all this nice rain
Yes.
will bring out our nice outdoor spring bloomers too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this here, I don't know anybody out there watching who does corsage work or anything like this.
Oh, they're the best.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. These are like the best things in corsage work. A little glue, and you glue it into your little piece, and you know what? They actually last beautifully. I've had them sit and look gorgeous like this on my desk for a week.
Oh my gosh.
I'm serious.
Okay, well,
they're
we're going to do a
amazing.
little project with this later on that we'll do a little teaser. Something
Okay.
to do with National Puppy Day tomorrow.
Oh, yes,
that's a little-
Kristen, that's
little teaser
right.
for
Here's
ya.
a teaser, perfect example. Okay.
So, anything
Love
else
it.
about begonias, or you kind of...
We talked about, oh, they like humidity. That's the nice thing. So whereas like they like a nice cool home, these like humidity. So that's why in the summer they're so perfect for outdoors as long as you don't have them directly into the sunlight.
Right, and so if you want to get some humidity in your home, which might be
Right.
really dry in the winter time, they
Yep.
suggest a
Tray
humidity
with
tray with
marbles or
pebbles.
little rocks and pebbles, exactly.
Sitting on it, not
Yep,
in it.
on it with a little bit of water in the bottom, making sure it's not sitting in that water, that's
Yep.
up on those pebbles, marbles, rocks,
Yep.
and that will help with that.
I
Yeah,
like that.
Absolutely.
So the next thing, I'm going to have you go again because another thing that's awesome for corsage work, but also is a
Oh,
really
yeah.
popular plant
Yeah.
right now is
Calancho.
Calancho.
Calandiva.
Here's the Calancho.
Love them. Calancho Calandiva.
Calandiva.
Again, and they actually, they're,
I'll,
they're
take
a little
the
bit more of a dry plant. They don't mind being dry. You don't have to water Calandiva or Calancho as much as you might think you do.
Right.
Like, do you remember I told you a couple summers ago I took home a red Calancho and put it on my deck table, which is covered by my, my awning and
Your little
everything.
pergola, yeah.
But it sat out there for it was almost the whole summer. I took it home the end of June, and it was good still through the end of August.
Yeah.
It was looking beautiful.
It was a happy plant.
It really was. So again, they like bright, indirect sunlight. Again, not directly into the sun, bright, indirect sunlight. They can actually survive. They're a little bit more drought resistant.
Kind of
You
like a
water 'em-
succulent.
Exactly. You water them once a week or
Yep.
twice a week. And again, you let them run through. They cannot sit in water. They're even worse than a begonia. Do not let a Calancho or Calandiva sit in water. They're going to rot, and they're going to be gone. The beautiful blooms, the stems of the blooms almost start to wilt. That's one of your first signs. And people, unfortunately, when they start doing that,
think it's thirsty.
you think it's thirsty and you give it more water, but no, unfortunately, what's happening, it's got too much water.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, make sure you're looking at it and it's not sitting in water. That would be my number one thought if that starts to happen.
And Georgia, look at my note in
Yeah.
there and to say you can actually go 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Inside,
Yeah, you really
can actually go
can.
3 weeks without watering the thing.
Yes.
You're better off underwatering than overwatering
Yep.
it. And again, I can feel the weight of this. This is a very heavy plant. It does not need water probably for quite a while.
He needs to sit for a little bit.
Yep.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep, and really pretty for
Right.
corsage work.
Right.
Corsage work.
That's right. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. They last a long time. They're perfect for gluing into corsage work.
Yeah.
I love using them during prom time or for weddings.
Yeah.
I seriously do. I'll buy a plant and I use it for corsages and
Yeah, they hold up
boutonnieres.
really well.
They're excellent.
And
yeah.
for those that, I know it gets confusing, Calancho is like the single stem one that has 4 petals on the flowers. Calandiva is the one that has more of the rose look to it.
Right.
They are
It
a
does
newer
look like a little rose.
variety. I mean, like when I say
Yeah.
newer, these came about in the world of
Right.
blooming plants before the Calendivas did.
Yeah.
This is kind of the original, and this is the
This is
extra.
the improved or
Yeah.
the new one, the update.
Yes,
yeah,
yep.
exactly.
So that's the difference between the
and
two.
you know, I love our sleeves that are on them, but you talked about the weight, Kristen, and this
Yeah.
is one thing that when people come back and they complain, or if you're finding poor longevity on your Calantros or Caladivas in your store, I would really suggest you take it out of the sleeve, because what's happening is water's probably pooling in the bottom.
Yes.
And it's sitting in that sleeve, it's not breathing, it's sitting in water, and this is where we have a problem with those Calendivas starting to go because of too much water.
I love
So-
how you're leading into
Yeah.
each conversation.
Yeah.
It's like we planned it.
I know, gosh,
did it.
did we plan that?
Yeah. So those of you then who may receive a blooming plant that is in one of these
Yep.
sleeves, we call them, speed
Speed
covers.
covers. Yep.
Make sure immediately when you get it home that you cut some holes on the bottom.
Yeah.
It needs to drain. So meaning that you will have to set a dish or
Yep.
something underneath. Do not let it sit in the
no,
seed cover like this.
As nice as they are for packaging and merchandising,
Yeah.
they're just not the best for taking care of a concho and calendiva.
Yep, agreed.
They're not.
Agreed. And we feel personally that actually your blooming plant looks a lot
Better
nicer in your home when you have something more that matches your home decor. So we really feel strongly like get those seed covers off.
I know.
And get them in a pretty container, whether it's a basket or a piece of pottery or a metal tin that fits your home decor. You switch it out as you know, you get new plants and come and go. It goes in your living room, it goes in your kitchen, it goes in your bedroom, front entry, matches everywhere.
I love this.
And then you got your pop of color coming out the top.
So right now we're talking to the shop owners. Seriously, you get these beautiful bright bloomers from us. You need to accompany them with some of these baskets and these drop-ins that we're going to show you next here. We've got dish gardens. We've got these adorable home decor items. I mean, look at these cute little baskets with the little ears. That's the cutest little thing, Kristin. That pink with the gray.
I know. And
look
look at those.
Absolutely
And our home decor, let's just be honest, mainly is these colors nowadays.
Neutral naturals, remember?
Yes.
Neutral naturals, natural neutrals. I love them. And they're so big in the home decor, like you said. They're so big in our wall colors.
Right.
And they're really big in weddings.
Yeah.
We're planning a wedding right now.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's,
exciting.
and it's planning a wedding, and one of the biggest trends right now really is that natural neutral look.
Yeah. Well, and when I bring home a blooming plant from here at work, I immediately go to my collection and find one that it fits in that matches my stuff, and that's
right. I don't want them sitting in my house in that. So do your customer a justice, right?
Yep, agreed.
Upgrade
and
it for
them,
them.
by the way, literally not even in inventory yet. They just got here. They'll be in by tomorrow.
So these are hot off the truck, right, Kristin?
They are.
So they're going to find them on their cart?
Yes, they will be on your cart probably by this evening.
Or talk to your salesperson. You want the cute little guys. Do they have a name? What are they called? Well, they're neutral naturals, so they're natural.
Yeah, don't look at neutral naturals to find them.
But and they're sold as a set of four, right? These 4 colors.
And we also get them in a 6.5 inch. They're also that way. And if you really just want bright colors for Mother's Day, Easter, we do have them in some bright colors that are more like in the oranges and hot pinks.
Perfect.
We will put the code in the description.
There we go.
Of
Absolutely.
This. Yes.
I'll hand this guy back to you. Well, okay. And now we're talking about Easter. So real quickly, can I talk about the bunny for Easter?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Okay. This cute little bunny. And again, we'll put his description and his item code. Look at how cute he is. Perfect for a little 2-inch drop in, and I just dropped in one of our little blooming calanchos, and he's so cute. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
and
I love that.
And Kristin and I were talking about how he maybe doesn't picture the best on the cart, but so here he is in person. We just wanted you to see him. He's so cute. This little guy's going to walk right out the door.
I love that now with that bloomer in there.
He's going to hop out the door. Yeah, you know I had to say that. Okay, yep.
And then just quickly, the dish gardens or the Euro gardens, I should say. Really.
Right, so this is sold, it's a set of 3. You want to pull those up, Kristin?
Yep, so cute.
But look at this. This is the perfect dish garden type set that you can buy and have all 3 sizes. Use them as home decor in your store, sell them as home decor, but this is what I think you should be doing. This is a home decor piece. So they're getting a garden, they're getting a gift, they're getting it's the perfect thing. Isn't it kind of cool?
Yeah, I love
Imagine
it.
taking
And they're liners too.
Right, and they've got liners. You take them home, you've got them all decorated up in this cute little decorative garden. And then later on, in a month or 2, you've got a cute little roll basket for the table, right?
There you go. Yeah, love that.
Right.
Yeah.
Or another little item to put other little plants in and make it look so cute for a plant garden sitting somewhere. So sold as a set of 3, but we have limited quantities.
Right.
We only have a small amount of these. So you're liking these, you like how these look, and you want to have that home decor item that can double as something else that you can use and show in your store for these great purposes. You want to get them soon.
Yep.
They're going to go real quickly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love that.
And then of course, I love just the green ribbed dish garden, Kristin, especially this time of year.
It's kind of been a staple here at LBR.
It is, but it's just such an awesome piece. A little bit of Spanish moss, and you've got the perfect dish garden, great for tables, great for end tables. You know, to wrap up, make beautiful little hostess gift. This time of year, we're going to, you know, friends and families homes for Easter, Mother's Day coming up. It's the perfect little dish garden item. Yeah,
agreed.
But this one is kind of new to us, and I love this one, Kristin. And by the way, look at this fern.
I know.
That is
Georgia's
like
in love
That is
with
like
the mother fern.
It's a mother fern. It's like this is like spring green. It's the perfect color.
And they're actually pretty easy to take care of for a fern.
Right. Oh
Ferns
my
are sometimes
gosh,
a little
yeah.
picky. These guys are a little forgiving.
Really, really forgiving. And all I did again, grabbed a palm because it's that time of year. Make it appropriate. Make your dish gardens. Use these blooming plants to upgrade your dish gardens, and you've just got a great gift right here.
And I feel like even with a mother fern, tell this story to your customers. Like going into Mother's Day, like this is actually called a mother's fern, and this is why it grows its babies on its back, and you know, so
absolutely
helps you connect with.
It's really Make sure that as we talk and as we're giving you tips and tricks, make sure you're using those things to help sell products in the store.
Just
bulb
last,
garden.
we're going to end with this. Yes.
Yep.
So we weren't going to talk about this, but I thought, you know what? I know me as a sales rep when I was here, we get a lot of you guys, your customers are asking, hey, I've got this bulb garden. I now want to throw it in my yard. Will it come back? And my answer to you is,
probably not.
It's not probably worth the effort.
Right.
If you really, really want to try, because you're just got a lot of time on your hands and want to try something out, you do have to, once it finishes blooming, you then have to wait for all the leaves to die off, turn yellow.
Turn yellow, yep.
Then you have to take them out of the soil, let them dry out for 2 to 3 days, store them in a cool, dark spot all the way till fall, and then throw them in your yard.
Right.
If you still are gung-ho, go for it. We'd love to hear that you actually had success. We force our bulbs, and so we're really taking a lot of energy out of it because we're forcing them to think it's spring when it's not.
Right.
And
so that we can have them springtime, appropriate timing for you and your stores.
Right.
But
yes. I think, you know, it'd be great compost. Throw your compost pile, would be great compost.
Yeah. Yep.
That's just my opinion.
And we've both tried it. We have tried it, and it is a lot of work. And if your consumers ask, there's a little bit of information about.
Yep, agreed.
Yep.
So watch for our little surprise on National Puppy Day.
Because National Puppy Day is right up. And if you remember last year,
I know.
What did we do last year for National Puppy Day?
We introduced our new puppies to all of you.
Yes. Yeah. Lily and Jackson. And a year has gone by, and they have grown.
Been growing a little bit, just a little.
So we decided it wasn't the best to have them with us.
Oh gosh, can you imagine they'd be eating the Easter lilies behind us?
Oh my lands. They would, Jack would be just so enjoying Lily right now. He loves friends. Just loves friends.
Agreed.
But,
as we do too. We love our friends.
We do, absolutely. So watch for our surprise coming.
Yep. Tomorrow.
Anyway,
have a
happy
great week.
spring.
Yeah, happy spring. We'll see you in a few weeks.